Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing? Happy Sunday. Happy football Sunday. Seahawks got a game in about 4.5 hours, and I want to go over some of the late breaking news concerning it. Just some things that weren't at the time clear when I made like the pregame video yesterday morning. And we don't have all the information yet, but some of this information is probably not going to be available to us until like an hour before kickoff. So let's go through what we got. First of all, a lot of people were concerned about this, but Pete said a couple times that he was confident that Lockett was going to play in this game, and it sounds like he is. Rappaport had this tweet late last night, listed as questionable, but is expected to play today, sources said. So, looks like Lockett is going to play, which Carroll said he's almost certainly going to play, and that seemed to be the indication I got from the team all week. However, the concern is not can he play as much as it is can he play well and can he finish the game. We know he can start the game. Can he finish the game? That's kind of the concern that I would have because a hamstring injury, it's not good for a player like Lockett who he needs his hamstrings to get open, right? So that is a concern. I'll be watching this game intently to see how a good a job he's doing getting open. Is he able to actually physically do the things that we're used to him doing in terms of route running and running with the ball too? I know that's not a huge part of his game, but it all matters. And I'm not exactly comforted for the long-term prospects of this season by knowing that this hamstring injury exists. Excuse me, but I'm sorry, because I don't think it's gonna go away without extended rest that we're not giving him right now, and we can't really afford to if we want to keep having a chance to win games. So he's playing, but I'm still concerned. Now, as for Keenan Allen, we haven't gotten concrete word yet. We got this from Rappaport late last night. Keenan Allen, hoping to return for the first time since week one with a hamstring injury, is considered a game time decision, meaning that as of right now, we don't know. As far as I know, this has not changed yet. We have not heard anything different from the Chargers. So Keenan Allen, as of right now, you could kind of call him a coin flip. So I don't know if we're going to get Keenan Allen or not, but as of right now, it's up in the air. That tells me that at the very least, the hamstring injury is significant enough to where if he does play, it's going to limit him some. It's like the concern I have with Lockett. So that is a huge blow to that Chargers offense that is already missing guys. And there's a couple of little things going on here that I think are worthy of note. Schecter had this tweet earlier last night. They want to see how Allen feels before making a final decision on Sunday. Chargers know their bye is next week, and resting Allen now would give his hamstring another 2 weeks to heal and be ready after the bye. Keenan Allen's their best receiver. He's the thing that makes that offense go from really good to great when they have Herbert out there. And I think that the Chargers may look at that bye week and see an opportunity to make sure their most important receiver is 100% ready to go. They're not going to put him back out there and he's going to limp off in the second quarter and it's going to be even worse. And the Chargers also called up a receiver from their practice squad, I believe. They promoted him to the active roster for this game. Now, they may have done that anyway because of the Josh Palmer injury, the concussion. But you add these things together, and I still kind of feel like he's probably not going to play. It just it feels like they're desperately trying to push the decision back as far as possible in the hope that something happens. But I'm not getting the sense that what they needed to happen is going to happen. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to get Keenan Allen, and I think you're going to be facing a Chargers offense that is missing a lot of what makes it special. So, my expectations for this defense remain high. Obviously, sometime in the next few hours, we're going to find out for sure if this is the case. And if Allen's out there, that does kind of change everything. But he'll be playing at less than 100%, like Lockett is. So, does it change as much as it should? And is it going to change things for long? Is this a thing where Keenan Allen plays a few drives and then leaves the game? That seems like it's in play. Honestly, I kind of think it's in play with Lockett. And Allen seems to have it much worse. So, That's the big thing that we're all waiting for going into this game. And unfortunately, as of right now, this early, we don't seem to know yet. And it doesn't seem like anybody knows yet. The final thing I want to mention, I did not mention this in the pregame video. I kind of forgot about it. But Bruce Irvin. Bruce Irvin, supposedly going to be activated and presumably going to be used at least some against this Chargers team. I don't know why you would promote him if not to play him. So he is getting a shot at the active roster. And if you take a look at what we have right now in our defense, you know, Taylor, Mafe, Nwosu, and Christian Jones. Yeah, there's a good chance Bruce Irvin gets on the field for the defense at least a little bit in this game. So that's going to be cool. I think he'll be at least as good as a guy like Christian Jones, honestly. It's not that hard. So, yeah, I'm going to say that that's fun. I'm not saying it's a huge deal, obviously. It's Bruce Irvin. He was on the couch before we called him up, I believe. He hasn't played very much football the last couple years, but he's been out there grinding. And, hey, it's going to be cool seeing him. Because at the end of the day, there were some unfortunate things that happened to that position for the Seahawks, and they needed somebody. This is not a circumstance where you brought somebody back because of nostalgia glasses and put him out there to try to sell a few tickets from people who remember the good old days. No. This is a circumstance where you desperately needed somebody to fill in for a little bit while you're waiting for guys like Alton Robinson to come back, and he was there. So, got no problems with that. He'll probably be active for a couple games here before we get a guy like Alton back, and I hope he makes an impact because he was never one of the best Seahawks players, but he was valuable. He had his own value, and he proved capable of being a good player. And now I think a lot of people are looking at him to maybe be a veteran voice in the ear of a guy like a Darrell Taylor or a guy like a Boye Mafe, who are, Taylor in particular, really struggling with the little nuances of playing the position. So I understand that's what people are hoping to get out of him more than anything on the field. But I think in this game he'll have a chance to do something on the field. And kind of cool. Xavier Crawford also got promoted from the practice squad, so he'll have a chance to go out there. No move for LJ Collier yet, though. So I don't know what's going on there, but if we do not activate LJ Collier by next week, he goes on season-ending IR, and it's done. So the window's about to close on Collier, and I don't know what the plan is there. I don't know what we're doing there. I don't know if anybody knows what we're doing there. But if LJ Collier does not get activated in the next week, then that may be the end of his Seahawks career because there's no contract past this year, obviously. Worth watching. All right, I'll see you guys later. Go Hawks. Game in 4.5 hours. Let's get it.